welcome to the inaugural #1 episode of the 2022-2023 officially now named hashtag I'm with Bozo podcast kickoff extravaganza. And today I have a very special guest. You guys don't know me, first and foremost, I run podcast for Football League. All my buddies out there. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Alongside me today, I have the King Bozo himself, Mr. Erick Gordon. How we doing?
Good. Hey, and I'm the Mr. Commish. All right. No King Bozo. I'm the ringleader, as I mentioned last year. But no, man, hey, all's good. I'm just ready, talk a little fantasy football, talk about this league, and watch some Monday Night Football. Let's get after it.
Yeah, definitely. So for those that do follow this podcast, I know there's a pretty good following of you guys out there. I'm sorry, I am a little late on getting everything rolling this year. I've been busy just planning a wedding, playing softball, doing all kinds of things. I have another podcast that I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you haven't checked that out yet, Off the Bench Live on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere you need to go.
Plug. Nice plug.
Right. We are going to be obviously talking a little bit about the off season. Some things changed over the course of the 6 months we weren't doing this, 5 months we weren't doing this. We will also touch on the draft. We will also touch on week 1 and what is through of week 2 currently. And obviously, you guessed it, we are bringing back the glorious hashtag I'm with Bozo predictions from everybody. And I'm going to do a little something here at the end of this one this year. I know I couldn't last year. Erick,
is that a look,
man? How you been? I know you just got into a new house recently. How's everything going?
Yeah. That was we moved in back in March, April-ish, right. And had went through a lot of renovations, but nonetheless finally settled in. Although the work never ends, right? So right. It's just once we end one thing, it's next thing up. So but yeah, man, all is good, all is well, family's good. Emery's just growing like a weed. Yeah, it's just, that's a full-time job in itself. Yeah, man. We've been working on it, nothing in the oven quite yet. Hopefully, okay. Hopefully in the near future we can get out another Commish, a Bozo Commish offspring here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To AC Money in the Bank is the champion of last year, followed by I think it was you or
Igor. Come on, man. The Commish got second. I remember I went on that crazy run.
Yeah. Or did Donkey get third? I think I got third. I got third. I think Donkey.
I mean, if you want. Yeah. Hey, that's right.
Rules that we voted on that we changed. Let me tell a rundown of that.
Oh yeah. Off the top. So for the record, I'm just looking here. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, you got third last year. Yeah, new rules. Let's see. Well, first, you've been parading all year for it, and we got the name change from Detroit's own Fantasy Football League to hashtag I'm with Bozo. Not really a rule change, but a league change, right? Yep. In general. What else did we do? Oh, we added a keeper, so now we have 3 keepers. Yeah, I like it. It makes it less. I'm not going to say like a chance league in a way. I mean, kind of, right? It's like a version of Dynasty, right? Yeah. What else?
How everybody feels
Right?
about it.
Yeah. Yeah, bring that up every podcast. We added a second IR spot. Once again, I think at least my thought behind that was, once again, with the added 3 keepers, if you get people hurt and you have to go and drop them or drop someone that you have stashed on your bench, for a handcuff or whatever the reason may be, it's like, I want you to be able to draft and keep the players that you believe are going to help your team instead of just dropping them because someone's hurt. So we added an IR slot. What else did we do? Oh, we're doing most points per week scored gets some money. And then at the end of the year, most points scored will get their buy-in entry fee back. Instead of last year, the previous years, it's always been best record, regular season record. So now we're just doing most points scored. I want to say that's like really the biggest change. We just changed some scoring settings for defense and kickers. I mean, nothing too substantial, right?
Seeing 150s, 130s.
Yeah. So it's yeah, I would say high level. Those are the big changes.
Personnel change.
Oh,
for those that
hot take.
Brett Godfrey. This man being in dumpster fire too much anymore, and toss the reins on over to my man, Electric Erick Ely, who, surprisingly enough, not surprisingly enough, but what do they call that? What is that? I forgot.
Yeah. Coincidentally, sure.
Yep. He won the only championship for Brett's team back in the day when he was the GM. So
the book of Ely.
To the Book of Ely.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, hey, welcome, the Electric one. No, glad he stepped up, right? Brett said he was out, and we're like, who can we get next? And I know Ely's been asking, well, not asking, but mentioned it years ago. Hey, let me get in the league. I'm like, you'll probably never get in the league. No one's ever leaving. Well, yeah, lo and behold, here he is. So I sent him a text and instantly said, yep, I'm in. Yeah. Well, and it's actually kind of funny. I'll call him out a little bit because we always needed a board, a helper at the draft, right? Someone to run the board to put the stickers on. So he was going to. Granted, so I live in Fenton. He lives in Royal Oak, and so it's a hike. It's about an hour drive, and he was going to. And then he texted me like a week prior, a week and a half, like, man, I'm out. And I didn't ask him why. But I got to assume it was a long drive. Sure enough, like 2 days after he said he was out, I'm like, hey, you want in the league? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll be at the draft now. This guy, he just didn't want to make the trek. But no, nonetheless, yeah, man, welcome to the league. Glad, we were able to get that filled relatively quick. Plus, he knows all these guys anyway, so I feel like it was a great fit. He fits right in. A shit talker, so. Yeah, fits in with this Bozo group, and plus he is a Bozo himself. So, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't see that coming, but it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a little fishy too. And although I got baited, I took the bait there. Yeah, I took MSU spread, and I had them in my last. I had a 4-leg parlay. I was 3 for 3 going into the Sparty game, and yeah. Yeah, you can take that out.
Did you take the points? You said spread?
I took spread. Yeah, I mean it was only but it was 3.5, right? So I mean it didn't even matter. But I should have known, right? Out west.
Trap game.
It was a trap game for sure. Yeah. But yeah.
Keepers in play. We don't really have to touch base on everybody else. We can focus on your team.
Yeah.
Let's see. You had.
Yeah.
This thing does tell me your keepers. So you kept Mark Andrews in the 6th, Deebo Samuel in the 8th, Jalen Waddle in the 9th. leaving your top 5 picks open for new, fresh blood.
Yeah.
So give me the mindset behind trying the old board's draft strategy this year.
Yeah. So, you know, I've been obviously doing fantasy for quite some time, and I will admit that this is the first year that I'm like, you know, I don't put too much time and effort to, you know, on the off season and do study. And I've done some mock drafts, but to really get into fantasy football, right? Like how to draft, what are some strategies, who am I trying to target? So naturally, social media, you know, I mean, it consumes a lot of us, and here I am on TikTok, and I see I see a lot of you know whatever content creators for fantasy football, and I was kind of just drawn to one of the creators. I just agreed with like what he was saying and his rankings. I'm like, okay, I can get on board with that.
Now, does that go towards?
Yeah, correct. Well, so this, yeah, because my thought in at least this league, my strategy and how to approach it was so much different than after I met this guy, right? So I'm following him on TikTok. I'm watching his lives and watching his content he's putting out. And you know, he's like, oh, go on my shit, what's this called? I'm not even familiar with it. Discord. And you know, you can buy the draft, his own draft guide that he put together. Is 27 pages of, you know, write-ups, so on and so forth. And he also has a one-on-one like consultation. Obviously, you gotta, you know, there's a fee to have like a draft strategy consultation. So so you know, I'll spill the beans. I bought the draft guide. I paid it was like an hour and a half, like teams one-on-one chat, and we just kind of went through the league settings. This was after all the keepers were submitted, right? So I showed them who. No, yeah, well, right. So like I showed him who I kept. I had a list up there to show him who was already taken or who was already kept, if you will. And yeah, we, like I said, we sat down for an hour and a half just talking strategy. And so to full circle, like kind of my thought process for this draft, every other year, yes, this is a super flex league. I never prioritized quarterbacks in the early rounds. No, well, no, that's the complete opposite. Anyway, as I'm saying, so I never, so listen, if I pull up my previous drafts, I don't draft my first quarterback until round 5 or 6, right? And I get the non-dual threat quarterback, right? I get the pocket passer, which, yeah, sure, some of them are good, but you need that upside with running. So anyway, so I wanted. Yeah, I know, right? Because you always Kyler Murray had Jalen Hurts last year, so I really wanted Jalen Hurts, so I got him in the second. And this is going to hurt a little bit. So, let me give him a shout out too. First of all, the guy's name is Tyler Health, HELF. You can find him on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, give him. Yeah. So, he just craved about Trey Lance this whole offseason and how, you know, he's going to, you know, the dual threat capability and how he's going to have a great year in that offense, which, you know, I was on board with. So I took him in the third round, Trey Lance, and say that again. Oh yeah. So my first pick was DeAndre Swift, right? So I went Swift, which I'm glad because Nick was the third pick and he took Henry, and I did not want to take Henry. I don't like Henry this year. So I'm glad Swift got to me. Plus it gives me more to watch for my Lions, right? But anyway, so yeah, I got my 2 QBs out of the way quick with Jalen Hurts and Trey Lance. I wanted 2 dual threat quarterbacks, but obviously Trey Lance, broken ankle, out for the season. Ouch. Yeah. So I have Baker on my bench.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I probably don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, Juju. Yeah, but he hasn't been playing well, you know. I mean, at first week he had decent, but last week I think he got 4 targets. So I can't say he's not playing well. I don't think he's getting involved in the offense, you know. Yeah, no, there are. And then this is a pick that I really didn't want, but I had to get another running back. Jacobs in the 5th. Ugh, I did not want him. And clearly, I mean, he hasn't been doing anything these first 2 weeks. Then and then I also took Rashad Penny as kind of like just some depth, which I mean, once again, don't love the guy. Now that who's back, Kenneth Walker, who Ely drafted before Rashad Penny in the 5th round. I mean, sure. Yeah, then Debo and Jalen Waddle were my keepers. Then I took, Jacoby Myers. And then my last 2 running backs, I took Alexander Madison and Rashad White. I mean, just mega handcuffs, right? Mega workload handcuffs. Say that again? Yeah. Ugh, yeah. It's and I'm kind of it's like, okay, I bench him and I put in Jacoby Myers, although he had, I think, 9 for 98 this week. Wasn't bad, but yeah, man. I mean, so my strategy: get my quarterbacks early, find some RBs middle rounds, attack wide receivers mid to late, and then get handcuffs in the later rounds. That was kind of my strat. And honestly, like I said, I never had that strat before until I had my one-on-one with Tyler, and I'm like, dude, I mean, I agreed with what he said. Especially in a super flex league, you need to get the quarterbacks. If they're going off the board early, you need to get your 2 secured right away. Yeah. So yeah, man, that was kind of my strategy. So shout out to Tyler. Thanks for the help. Hopefully it's gonna pay off. I mean, Trey Lance, that's gonna be I'll say some big shoes to fill. Although he didn't do anything week 1. I mean, give the monsoon in Chicago, but
Justin Fields played better than he did the 7th.
Yeah. No, that's valid. That's valid. So yeah, man. Correct. Yes. Let me see. No, I believe you. I'm just trying to think. Was he right? Yeah. Okay. Because they were back-to-back picks probably. So.
No, so you can change that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the app, it's fine. I mean, on my sheet that I have is all that really matters. But. No. Yeah. No. I believe you. Hey, man, don't call me out, man. I was probably 10 beers deep. Maybe had some candy, chewing on some candy already. No, like I said, I have a spreadsheet here, my man. You'll never get that past the commish. So yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah.
Get into the week 1.
Yeah, when against the hey, and maybe Yahoo does this on purpose because I went against EZ and we were 1-2 last year. Who did you play? Did you play the 4th? Let's see who got 4th last year.
Duncan. So now
yeah. I think Duncan got. No, who did you?
That's what I mean. I played Chris.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna open up this matchup and see. Yeah, I got whopped by what is this? 15 15 points. So I guess not. Oh, you there? I can hear you.
Yep.
All right. No, all good. So yeah, so actually, I got beat by 25. Yeah, I mean, he JT went off for him. Travis Kelce went off. Yeah, I mean, hey, I scored 140 points. I mean, not 18 under projected, so I was kind of right there. If I
underperforming,
yeah, underperformed, but I was happy with my first week's performance. I mean, Trey Lance got me 9, but say that again. Yeah, I was fine. I just didn't want to throw up like, under anything under 120, 125, right? I wanted to start off, solidify my thought in my players with my draft. And overall, if there wasn't a monsoon in Chicago, maybe Lance has a better game and I might pull it off, right? But yeah, I mean, I was happy with the performance. But yeah, easy got me. That's back-to-back W's for him. So yeah, man, I just
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm never put. I mean, Yeah, well, I'm gonna probably have to. Well, I can't say it yet, but I'm going for someone on the waivers.
Oh, super. See, no. Week one, I think everybody did all right. Hurts 24, Swift 26. A lot of guys in double digits looking all right, like you said.
Yeah.
Now we're moving to week 2, the current week. You're playing Duncan. You're projected to win.
I got a chance.
He's got 143.56. You got 112.80.
I need 31 points, I believe, if I did the math this morning. So I have Tyler Bass. Yep, I got, which is good. I mean, dude, that offense score. But here's the issue. Not issue. I mean, I can't complain about points, but they score a lot of touchdowns, not field goals. But how can I complain about opportunities? Say that again? Yeah, right. I think last week he had 1 field goal and 4 or 5 extra points. Yeah, no, I need Hurts. Big game. I need my man who I took second, my QB1, like he did against the Lions. I need him to have a big game. Yep. That's kind of the plan. It's funny. I was talking to my brother this morning, and I'm like, yeah, what did I say? I was like, I need Hurts to have 70 rush yards, 1 rush TD, maybe 2 pass TDs, 275 yards. Tyler Bass to have 2 field goals and 3 extra points, and I'm there. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I had a killer performance by Jalen Waddle this week. I mean, anyone on Miami, with Tyreek, I think Tyreek had 41 or 42. But here you are again. You had who on your bench? Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Jalen. Right. Why would you? Right. This was I believe, a fluke game for all of these guys, right? But I know.
It's like,
I think he passed the ball like 98 times. Pass attempt. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. But yeah, man. So I have a chance. Once again, Trey Lance getting hurt. What, first possession or something, or second possession? So that hurt. Left me with 2.5 points. But yeah, I have a chance. I just need a big game out of Hurts and let Tyler Bass rip some field goals.
Nice.
Bro, I'm always ready, man. I'm always ready. No need.
No.
You got it, my man. Up to you. This is your boat. I'm just a passenger here, my man. Oh, hey. When it comes to sports betting, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm ready. Yeah, I was looking through the schedule, and yeah, I mean, there's some like the spreads are pretty tight. Most games, it's within 4 points and under. I think probably about 65% of the games, and I just pulled that number out of my ass. But dude, they're all tight. I mean, I'm looking at it. There's one game that's 7-point favorite, and that's it. That is it. Like that's the highest. So yeah. So you want my hot take? My lock of the week? Yes, sir. So although they're at home, which I'm not worried about, concern at this point. Well, who they're going against is at home. They've looked like crap the first 2 games. They just got shut out by the Jags. Matt Ryan is not the answer. I don't know how people would be on that. What'd you say? I don't even know who their backup is, but all I know is Matt Ryan's not the answer. I personally feel like it was a downgrade. They should have. I think Wentz was their quarterback last year, right? Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going with the red hot Chiefs. And currently, you better lock it in now, 6.5 favorites for the Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I didn't even hear what. Oh, yay. Yeah. So yeah, that's my lock. And yeah, I mean, I mean, oh, see, the spread already went down for the Lions game. It was -7. Now it's 6.5. I already hopped on them at -7, or not at -7, plus 7 against the Vikings.
Top JJ, baby.
Yeah, Jay Jettis is just filthy. You know what else is sick? Cooper Kupp. Yeah, 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 man. Probably all VVS's too. Clear cut diamonds. But yeah, but yeah, overall, I mean, I'm riding those Chiefs. The Lions, hey, Lions are gonna win. I'm gonna say I wanted them to win 7 games. I got them pegged for arguably 9. If they keep playing the way they play, their defense picks it up a little bit. I mean, their offense it's rolling. I'm on Ross St. Brown. Oh, yeah. Just say, hey, I just need 7. If they let's say this, if they get 7 wins, we'll go celebrate somehow. Yeah. But yep. Let's get it.
For the Lord, he's going against the Brady Bunch, who is currently 0-1, and they lost to that athlete in week 1. Obviously, I'm looking at it right now. You don't have a flex because obviously you put Garoppolo or
Trey Lance.
Yeah, on your IR.
Yeah.
Trying to obviously make a move for a QB in waivers. I mean, it doesn't look like too much difference from any other lineup I saw you put in this year besides that.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I'm riding my main guy. Well, yeah, I'm riding my main guys. I mean, I'm hoping sometime down the road if he starts picking it up a little bit, I want to offload Jacobs. I don't know, just don't want it. But yeah, I mean, I have to roll with who I have now. Now it's time to pivot, figure out, figure out who to replace Lance with, and yeah, I need my guys to perform as they should, So. Putting the waivers on as far as having them process on Tuesday? What's well, no, because if you want them to process on Tuesday, that means people have to wait till after the Monday night football game, and most people are sleeping that.
What do you mean? Wait till after the game? Put the
Well, I'll say yes and no because you cannot if you try to place because I've tried, you try to place a waiver claim and drop somebody who has already played on your team, on your bench or whatever, you're not allowed to. You can't. You got to wait for the last Monday night game to finish, and then when the league switches over the next day to week 3, then you can put your claims in and drop guys, but it won't allow you. So, but no, I mean, what's the point of Tuesday or Wednesday? I mean, there's no games Wednesday, so what's the point? I mean, I hear you, but don't you want more prep time going into who you want to keep or like who you're trying to pick up? And how much money you want to bet on them? Right.
Whatever your perception is.
Yeah, I hear you. So, but yeah, next week, yeah, I got. Let me take a look.
I'm just gonna say, Biggs and
And what's the score of that one?
Everybody's up to 3 right now. Check the 4-point.
Difference. Yeah. Yeah. Should be. But yeah, I mean, hey, I just need to. I mean, if I don't win today, tonight, this week, I can't go 3-0. So yeah, it'll be. I'd say it's a must win against Brady Bunch.
You definitely can't go 3-0.
0-3. Thank you. Yeah. So if I lose this week, it's a must win next week. So sorry, C. Raj, I gotta cut the jugular. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need to make some moves. I know that. It's either yeah. Although talking to Kevin today, he said this year it's gonna be different. He's not giving away his team to Easy like he does every year. But anyway, focusing on myself. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find a waiver pickup. And I'm gonna have to make some trades. I know that already. Granted, too, now that Trey Lance is gone and my second my second QB is gonna kind of be a unknown. So yeah, I just have to make some moves, and I just need my guys to perform. That's it. I need Juju to pick it up. If Juju doesn't pick it up, then I'm a little screwed because then I got to rely on Jacoby Myers, who yeah, he gets targets, but he can't find the end zone. They run the ball a lot, and they're just not a high powered offense. So I'm gonna have to make some moves, in season moves.
Feel that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, 1, 2, 3, 4 possible people that you're picking up?
Okay.
Cooper Rush, Jimmy G, or Joe Flacco.
Okay.
And I was a bet man, which I am. You're picking up Cooper Rush.
Okay. Let me ask why. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, because both are going to see very significant threat. So obviously they play for Jimmy. You saw how
Fuck yeah, everyone, dude. They so many things too. Like, oh, they were glad that Trey Lance got hurt. I'll say probably some diehard fans and stuff. Like,
just their like.
yeah, I mean he's a young guy, right? But yeah, but as your quarterback, right? You should be the leader, the voice of the locker room. That's probably expectations. But yeah, I feel like it was definitely a mixed locker room, right? Everyone wasn't on board with Trey Lance. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying I don't know him personally because obviously, I mean, who does? But just maybe the way he comes off and his ego, because I heard he did have an ego, and
I mean, I'm sure he was just,
yeah.
Like,
Yep. They are. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's I don't know how long rookie contracts are, but he's going to be going into year 3 of his rookie contract and have like 4 games started or something. Not even. Right. So we'll see. But yeah, no, hey, you'll see who I'm claiming for. Regardless, I'm gonna put a high stake of my fab on him because I need the quarterback. So yeah, no, who I'm going for, I'm all right with. But
yeah.
yes, sir.
All right.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
So, first week, We already got 1 week in, playing 2. We're in the middle of week 2 here. Eric, give me your top 6 at the end of the regular season.
Yep, in no particular order. And so I went I went team by team and graded them. I graded every position in my my grades. And I won't go through my grades, but I'll just give you based off my grades who I have. Yep, my E scale. My Commish Bozo scale. In no particular order, I have Mr. Nick Sarkeesian. What is his name this year? Oh, as always, Cuddy Sark. I do have, well, no, confidently, I have myself. I do like my team. That's a confident. Yeah, well, with Trey Lance going down, that hurt. But myself, Corey, what the heck is his name?
Finger slosh.
No. What is his name this year? Tiger King, I think. Yeah, Tiger King. Like what? All right. Yeah. Then I have C. Raj, the Brady Bunch. He gives me a hunt. No, I do. I like his running backs, his wide receivers, his quarterbacks are, mid tier. But no, I like C. Raj's team. And this is a hot take because he's never I can't say never. I don't ever recall him being on the top of the leaderboard. I got Mike Malinchek. I know he's down at the bottom. Looking at his team, yeah. Hey, looking at his team, I mean, his quarterbacks, I think, are studs. Once Deshaun Watson comes back, if he is the Deshaun Watson of old, which I don't know, right? He hasn't played football in a year and a half. Yeah, get paid to sit there, practically. Yeah, I don't know. I like Mike's team. And then that was 5, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, and then wrapping it up. Sorry, G, I don't have you in here.
That's all right.
Duncan. I like Duncan's. Well, I don't like Duncan's team or love Duncan teams. I like it. He has good quarterbacks and everything else. In my opinion, I mean, his wide receivers, Cooper Kupp. I mean, that's enough. That's all you really freaking need. But yeah, I think he has a pretty decent team. But then I have, I mean, honestly, after that, I'm not going to get into him. But everyone else behind that, I have 4 people with the same score, right under Duncan. So I think it's going to be competitive. I think it should be more competitive this year. And maybe it's because of the 3 keepers and potential additional IR spot where you can keep your team as you drafted and pick up players. But yeah, hot take. No, I have 2, Duncan and myself. Yeah, that's my top 6. I know I was looking at Kevin's team and he started 2-0, but I'm like, nah, I got him at the bottom. I literally have him. I have him tied with one other person with the lowest grade.
Me?
Easy. Oh, hot take. I mean, here's the thing. Easy scored 160 points against me in week 1. Highest scored, he won. He's at 114 right now with a potential to win. He has potential to win and only at 114. Hey. No, I know. Yeah, no, for you, G, like so you were my 7 team. I'll go into hot take. I mean, I like your quarterbacks, your running backs to me. I don't know. Although they had a decent week this week, I'm not a fan. No, I know. Hey, and no hate, right? Your wide receivers, I mean, silky. I had you as 5 like star on wide receivers, but yeah, I don't know. Arguably, you were right there. You were right there. So if you do get in the top 6, I would not be surprised. Yes, sir.
All right. Baby. No, what makes it square? Because we're back into the circus tent. Sorry it did take me a little bit of time to find my way back here. Like I said, it's a little bit to get this rolling, but we're going to be doing this every week. We'll pick a day for everybody. With that being said, it's that part of the episode where boy Igor gets to put his little personal touch on it and set up the next week's guest.
Okay. Oh, well, before I set that up, and I'm not sure if you have, where can we catch this podcast on? I don't know if, where can we watch and listen to it?
Other ones I have to check though. We almost got big enough last year where we could got onto Apple, but I would have had to pay for it, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not ready.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
It goes based on like listens and viewerships and shit, obviously. Yeah, so Spotify's the main one. I am gonna try to do something on YouTube because I record everything visually as we talk that everybody knows about. So I'm recording everything. I'm gonna try to eventually upload it onto either I'll start a new YouTube page. I already have one set up for my card breaks, which I could just put it on there and we can do it there. I also have my personal one, which I do all the draft party extravaganzas on. So one way or another, we'll probably be on YouTube as well. I will get some more info on that for this upcoming year. And yeah,
All
that's
right.
where you can find me at. Maybe.
There we go. There we go. All right. So my nomination.
Give me the thinking.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't even put any thought into it. So this is off the top. My initial thought was, do I bring in the guy who I'm playing this week, right? Just as we're talking, and he can, talk about our matchup. Not that I care. Right. Or right. Or that's a great point. Do I bring in next week's who I play next week? Yeah. I like that. Well, hey, hey, let me think for myself, but I like that. I like that. So with that being said, I will nominate the Brady Bunch, Chris Rogers. C. Raj, who let me put this little disclaimer out there. He's pretty freaking good at golf. Yeah, you were in Columbus. Yeah, you were in Columbus when we golfed before the draft, and he was on my team, or really I should say I was on his team. I mean, he was hey, he can smack the ball. He wore his Tiger Woods Sunday red,
As he does.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. He strolled in. I'm like, oh shit, Sunday Tiger's here. So yeah, man. So yeah, we'll bring in C Raj, get him in the hot seat, and get his take on how the season's going. Yes, sir.
This year is going to bring
Yeah, that is biggest buy-in, biggest pot. It's only getting bigger, baby. It's only getting bigger. I love the new name. Let me say this. I always given pushback last year when I was on, and I do agree. Had to stay away or stray away from Detroit's own. That was the OG. I like the new name. It's rubbing off on me.
It's rubbing off.
Yeah. What? Hey, hot take.
Awesome.
So cool, man. Yeah, G, thanks for having me on, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely be coming back on. I'll be having you on. Hopefully, we'll be having you back on for the playoffs. If not, we'll be having you on for the end of the year recap. And until then, brother, we will see you next time.
Yes, sir. See you, G.
Later.
My man. Put your headphone on.